Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your reading. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you find this reading is the perfect time for you. I'm very excited for this to be the first reading for my new channel, Dark Side of the Moon Tarot. Clear. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And let's get into this and see what messages Spirit has for the sign of Taurus. Whenever you will be viewing this is going to be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, anyone with heavy placements in Taurus, anyone who resonates strongly with Taurus energy, or anybody who is simply drawn to this video. Trust that there is a message in here for you. What do my beautiful Taurians need to know? I chose to do Taurus first. This is the very first video for this channel, partially because I am a Taurus, because we have Jupiter in our sign right now, and we are wrapping up as I'm recording this. As I said, it's timeless, but for those who are finding it around the time that I'm recording it, we have Jupiter in our sign currently, and we're also wrapping up a tour of the North Node in the sign of Taurus. That's going to be completed on July 17th when the North Node moves to 29 degrees of Aries. And if you guys want more about the astrology and also the ascension energies in general as the planet is raising in frequency and consciousness, check out Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. That is my other channel. So the first card we have out for you today, Taurus, is the Eight of Cups, lack of direction. All right. And Boss wanted to be with me today for your reading. So I'm not sure what that means. She may mean something to somebody. She was very insistent that I place her in the corner here of the video. So there's a lack of direction. You may be feeling a little, I wanted to say listless lately, kind of like you're being blown about by the winds. It's like, some of you may know exactly where it is that you want to go, but you're having trouble figuring out how to get there, or you feel like you've had some setbacks lately and you're getting a bit frustrated with that energy, Taurus energy. We are a fixed sign, right? Fixed earth. Taurus energy can be very stubborn. When we know where we want to go, we came here to cultivate and learn patience, all right? So it is not necessarily our strong suit when we start out. And when things do not go our way, we tend to get a bit blustery, right? So some Tauruses may be feeling that right now. If it feels like there's been a kink in the works, if it feels like things are not happening at the pace and the speed that we would like them to be happening. We have the Wheel of Fortune here, and this is inverted. It says beyond your control. All right. And so what this is saying is that the circumstances going on right now are beyond your control. All right. There is divine timing at play here. All right. It's part of this is about you learning to surrender, Taurus. And this is a big, big energy that we are working with as we move through, beginning in a few days, opening up to that summer solstice. We have the Syrian gateway, which is that first week of July. All right. Moving then towards the 8-8 portal, the Lion's Gate portal. A lot of really powerful energies that are building in momentum right now. And there is this really big need to surrender, to work with that energy of surrender and allowance. All right. And so Tauruses are really going through this right now. We are really being asked. Remember, Wheel of Fortune. This is a card that would represent Jupiter energy, right? And as we said, Jupiter is in our sign right now. And so that does bring blessings. But it also can sometimes bring lessons, right? Jupiter also represents morals, values, belief systems. And so some of these energies, there are some karmic lessons for some Tauruses right now. And there is simply a lesson in patience, a lesson in allowing things to be what they will be, a lesson in like, can you trust divine timing? Can you identify when divine timing is unfolding in your life? And for some Tauruses, it's like an initiation with the challenges and the external, seemingly external forces, right? Because everything is a reflection of what's going on within. All right, but these seemingly external forces, there's like an initiation here as you learn how to overcome these challenges, as you learn how to work with these energies instead of fighting against them. We have broken dreams on the bottom of the deck. So for some Tauruses, what this is bringing up, especially if there's like a project or there's something that you're working really hard on that feels like it's like in a slowdown right now, or like you're just chasing your tail, all these energies that we've just been talking about, right? It's bringing back up for you some inner child wounds. Which is what, of course, giving us then an opportunity to do some inner child healing. It's bringing up some wounds from this, and for some people, even from past lifetimes of where you had dreams and desires that were unfulfilled. This is ancestral for some of you guys, right? Like ancestral, especially like say like a certain gender, biological gender in your family line. Like for instance, you know, the women in your family line had dreams and desires that never manifested. Right? Because of too many forces outside of their control, or vice versa. Take it however it resonates, right? So there's some of that karmic energy too. There's coming through that ancestral energy. Those wounds. All right. Yeah, creative block that came through too. So some of you guys are, this is not necessarily external forces, but you just feeling blocked creatively. It reminds me of like, you ever see the show Californication, which was one of my favorites, and how David Duchovny in there, he calls himself the writer who doesn't write. Like that kind of an energy. We have the Page of Swords here inverted. Mind games, cynical. Let's get a little more energy on this Page of Swords. Tell me what's going on here. Tell me what's going on with these. Is this, for some people, I feel like it's your own mind that's playing tricks on you. We had Ten of Swords there. Page of Coins coming up. Finally, we get a card that's upright. I don't always read reversals, but with this deck where they have such beautiful keywords and things for us. And this is for anyone who's curious, the Intuit Tarot. And this is saying, like, don't let your mind psych you out. That's what I'm feeling right now. Especially where there are so many challenges coming up right now, so many things that need to be navigated. And it's not like these challenges are insurmountable. Like we said, they're kind of like an initiation, and it's calling you. It's almost like what the universe is doing for you is it's anticipating the issues that you might have in the future. And so it's bringing a lot of that stuff up now so that you can iron those details out so they're not going to hem you up once the energy really gets moving. All right, so this is actually a good thing. It's showing you all your blind spots. It's showing you all the areas that really need to be brought together, that need to be like where you need to tighten things up, so to speak, so that things can run more smoothly, like we said, when the energy really gets flowing. So this is actually a really good thing. All right. This is also saying, so like we said, don't psych yourself out. Make sure that you are laying that strong foundation with the Page of Coins here. Make sure that you are staying grounded. Make sure that you're not allowing this energy and this sort of stagnancy that you've been perceiving, which, like we said, is really just things aligning with divine timing and like the preparation work. Right? I know you thought the preparation was over, but there's still more preparation because a lot of you guys, what you want is big. You are dreaming big. And so big preparation goes into big dreams. All right. Let me see where I was going with that right now. So it's like, don't allow yourself to get so in your head and become so cynical that you start expecting the worst. Continue to expect the best. Continue to work hard. Continue to persevere, because that energy is going to pay off. All right, it is paying off. You're just not seeing the dividends yet. And most of my Tauruses watching this that are resonating with this, you've been waiting for those dividends. We have Union on the bottom of the deck, the Lovers. This doesn't necessarily feel like a love reading, but for some of you guys, it could be. For some of us, it's the union and the bringing together, the bridging of our masculine and feminine, right? Knowing when to take action, knowing when to sit back, right? When to employ patience, when the work is required and when rest is required. All of these different things, right? For some of you guys, this is like union with a higher fractal or essence of your soul. Like that kind of a divine union coming through for you. And there's an energy, a shifting that needs to happen to allow for that and to integrate that. And you're in an integration process right now. And that's another reason why things are slower. We got the 10 of Wands here. Lay your burdens down, readjust, release, reduce, get your priorities straight. Delegate responsibility. This is that energy that we're talking about where the things are coming into your awareness so that you can work through them, so that you can shift them, so you can come into alignment and get all your ducks in a row. Like we said, so utilize this time to do that. To look at where do I need to make adjustments? All right. Where am I taking on more that can be delegated to other people? Where can I share this burden? All right. What needs to be done by me and what can be done by others? Where can I receive help and who can I get that help from? All right. What are my goals? Spirit's saying, really, if you haven't really looked at your ultimate goals, your big picture in a while, sit down and really get clear on that. And then look at everything that you're doing. What is putting energy into that, toward that, moving you toward that, and what is taking you away from that? Anything else here? 2 final cards here. We have death, internal change, and Knight of Swords, out of your depth. This is where you're clearing and purging. You are transforming. So there's a lot of these lower vibrational, these self-defeating habits. This is what you're purging and releasing as well. Some of those are coming back up to the surface in order to be released for good, because those old habits and behaviors, those old belief systems, those old mentalities and perspectives are not going to get you where you're going. All right. So it's about releasing and clearing and purging those as well. So notice when that is coming up within you. Notice when it is something that's beyond your control in the external, and when it is something within you, something internal that can be shifted to create a different outcome, to create a different perspective. And it starts by just learning, utilizing this as an opportunity to start reframing things. Okay, there's a slowdown here. Okay, this isn't working out the way I planned. All right, but what can I learn from that? How can I grow from that? What can I still be grateful for? All right. This is also that process, like we said, about learning how to transform lessons into blessings. All right, which makes sense as we have Jupiter in our sign right now, as we're also entering a Saturn retrograde. Transforming lessons into blessings. I think that's going to be the name of this reading. This feels really powerful. Then we have the 3 of Swords, overcoming sorrow on the bottom of the deck. This is about forgiveness, healing, reconciliation. So I do feel like there's like a little side message here with that union card too, that like wanted to pop out for somebody, just because it's not going to be the focus of this reading. These readings are going to be focused like that. This is the message that wanted to come out. All right. But if there's somebody who's been desiring reconciliation and healing with a divine partner, I don't know. I feel like that message wanted to come through for somebody. Do we have one more card on that specific energy? That specific energy, the reconciliation. They're saying there's a whole other spread here with these cards for that specific energy, actually, which is funny. They're saying somebody, if this were a partner that you had, whether you or them, take it, flip it, how it resonates, who really was confused about where they were going, what they wanted, had a difficulty being honest with themselves, even kind of like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. There were a lot of karmic lessons that this person was going through, a lot of external forces, kind of like the relationship wasn't meant to work out at the time. It was not there. It was beyond both of your control. You were meant to meet, to catalyze each other. But there was a lot going on, a lot of external forces and factors at play that were meant to be that way. Because you were meant to split apart, to break apart. This person was all in their head. All right. They were all in their head. Their mind was playing tricks on them. They were seeing things that weren't there. They were placing their loyalties perhaps in places that were like their loyalties were misplaced. All right. Not necessarily even out of a genuine desire to do well and to do good. All right. But they took on a lot. They had a lot on their plate. And it was just like the time wasn't right for you, for the two of you. All right. And they've been going through a powerful changing internal process. This death, this transformation, this metamorphosis. All right. And so there could be healing for the two of you in that situation. Any final card on that particular? No, I guess we don't want to say anything about that. We're going back to the original spread here. 10 of Pentacles and 6 of Swords. And so this could really relate to both, right? This could say creating that firm foundation finally. Overcoming conflicts and hardship. Stability being restored. All right? Perhaps in your relationship with this person, or just in that their energy in general. This is especially true if maybe this person ended up in a relationship for money, right? There was some sort of external forces, children, money, whatever it was, family, business, that they ended up in another, it feels like in another situation as well, some of them. But they're releasing themselves of that possibly. And this is also just confirmation of, like we said, return stability, better times ahead, getting to a calmer place within the mind, which leads to a much more stable place financially as well. And this applies to the original scenario as well. When we're talking about the stalemate, we're talking about this energy of the progress feeling thwarted, waiting for divine timing, needing to employ the patience, all the first part of this reading here. All right, you're moving into the 10 of Pentacles energy. That's where you're ultimately headed. Oh, this was inverted too, but I'm not feeling it that way. I'm really not. I'm feeling the 10 of Pentacles as like flipping, like maybe it was originally, but now it's upright. And I think what this is saying is the key to flipping this card, you guys, is not to do things for the love of money. To really look at, like, that's what we said, look at your big picture. What is it that you really want, right? Because nobody really wants money. I mean, some people do. But most people, we want what money represents to us. We want freedom, right? We want options. Some of us do want luxury, right? We want to experience some of those finer things. But ultimately, there's something underneath that for most of us. What does money mean to you? What does money allow you to achieve? That's what you really want. So look at that. Make that your focus instead of the money. All right. Don't compromise your integrity for money either. Learn to stand in your integrity. And peace will be restored. Conflicts will be resolved. And the energy will start moving. All right, you guys, I love you. I appreciate you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you do, go ahead and hit that like button. Drop a comment down below and let me know. As I said, check out my sister channel, my original channel, Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. If you would like to learn more about the planetary ascension, the astrology, we pull tarot and oracle cards over there as well. All the new full moons, different portals and gateways, activations, different things like that. We have a lot of fun over there. I also offer a whole variety of different services, personal readings, energy healings, past life hypnosis, quantum healing, entity removal, soul regression, you name it. Lots and lots of stuff. So my email and my website are linked in the bio of this video. Much love to each and every single one of you. Talk to you soon.